The world of cybersecurity is in a constant state of flux with new threats emerging regularly, each more sophisticated than the last. One such threat has recently surfaced, targeting Android devices with a new type of malware that is causing significant concern. This malware is particularly concerning due to its ability to evade traditional security measures, making it harder to detect and neutralize. It operates stealthily, often going unnoticed until it has already compromised the device. This new breed of malware utilizes Microsoft's MAUI framework, a tool designed for cross-platform app development, to slip past security checkpoints and compromise user devices. By leveraging this legitimate framework, the malware can disguise itself as a benign application, making detection even more challenging. The use of MAUI in this malware is a significant development in the cybersecurity landscape. It signifies a shift in tactics employed by malicious actors, who are now leveraging legitimate software development tools for malicious purposes. This evolution in strategy poses new challenges. This poses a challenge for security researchers and software developers alike, as they must now contend with tools meant for good being used for nefarious purposes. The implications are far-reaching, as it necessitates a re-evaluation of security protocols and the development of new strategies to counteract these sophisticated threats. The cybersecurity community must remain vigilant and adaptable, constantly updating their defenses to keep pace with the evolving tactics of cybercriminals. The MAUI framework allows developers to write code once and deploy it across multiple platforms, including Android, iOS, and Windows. While this is beneficial for legitimate app development, it also presents an opportunity for malware creators to exploit the framework. This malware utilizes MAUI's ability to store app logic within binary blob files, which are essentially containers of compiled code, making it harder to detect. Traditional Android security scans often overlook these blob files, focusing on more common areas where malicious code resides, such as APK files. This exploitation of MAUI highlights a critical vulnerability in current security measures which are not yet equipped to handle this new threat. Many antivirus and anti-malware programs rely on signature-based detection, meaning they identify threats based on known patterns of malicious code, which are stored in their databases. However, the use of blob files allows this new malware to conceal its malicious code within a seemingly innocuous container, bypassing these detection methods. This effectively renders signature-based detection methods ineffective, as the malware's true nature is masked until it is executed on the victim's device, causing significant damage before it can be identified and removed. Current campaigns deploying this malware appear to be primarily targeting users in China and India. This focused targeting suggests a deliberate strategy by the attackers, potentially exploiting regional app preferences or security vulnerabilities. The distribution of this malware primarily occurs through third-party app stores. These stores often have less stringent security protocols compared to official platforms like Google Play Store, making them ideal breeding grounds for distributing malicious apps. The choice of China and India as primary targets and third-party app stores as distribution channels is not arbitrary. These regions represent a significant portion of Android users globally, and the prevalence of third-party app stores in these markets provides fertile ground for malware distribution. This highlights the need for increased user awareness about the risks associated with downloading apps from unofficial sources, especially in regions where such practices are more common. This new breed of malware employs a classic tactic to deceive users' disguise. It's a sophisticated approach that leverages the trust users place in familiar applications. It often masquerades as legitimate applications, including banking apps, communication tools, dating platforms, and social media apps. These fake apps are designed to look and feel just like the real ones. This clever disguise is designed to lull users into a false sense of security, making them more likely to download and install the malicious app without a second thought. The seamless integration into daily routines makes it even more dangerous. The malware developers often mimic the appearance and functionality of well-known apps, creating a near-perfect replica that can easily fool even the most cautious users. This further increases the likelihood of successful deception, as users are less likely to suspect foul play from an app that looks so familiar. The use of familiar app icons, names and interfaces is a deliberate tactic to exploit user trust and bypass their vigilance. This method preys on the habits and expectations of regular app users. Users accustomed to downloading and updating apps may not think twice before installing what appears to be a legitimate application. This habitual behavior is exactly what the malware creators rely on. This underscores the importance of carefully scrutinizing app details, checking developer information, and being vigilant about the source of the app. Always take the time to read user reviews before downloading and installing any application, as these can provide valuable insights into the app's legitimacy. Even apps from seemingly trustworthy sources should be approached with caution. By staying informed and vigilant, users can protect themselves from falling victim to these deceptive tactics.